maybe it ended differently for this woman, but what would it take for somebody to snap?
And I just have to ask too, like this the original is like, where did you and your team kind of come across it? Like,
It's interesting. So it's a two-part answer to that, I guess. The outlining story of the shop and the robbery, that was a
hmm
real story. That well, parts of it anyway. Parts of that story were real, but there was a story that came up in an article, and one of our other writers, it was myself, Corey, and Brian. Brian P.
hmm
Kelsey, I believe, saw this article and had a conversation with Corey. Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Now, in the real story, it took a turn, and she did end up inflicting some pain on this person, but we took that as a launch point. Like, okay,
mm,
maybe it ended differently for this woman, but what would it take for somebody to snap? What scenario might be the reason? And so you start asking a lot of what ifs. Want to say about a lot of these brothers that go and do dramatic things, and just
hmm
really an exploration of how we view people as aggressors and how we view
yeah,
people as victims and the things that aren't exchanged. That was so there was a real, that's such a great question. There was a real story, and we decided to wrap real life circumstances and of
look,
those around us.